Space may be the final frontier, but there are frequently long roads to reach the mysteries and surprises that science fiction provides. While many sci-fi games can be a blast right from the jump, there are plenty of great ones that build to an incredibly satisfying experience. These are the best space games that only get better the more you play. Dead Space starts slow to immerse you in its dark science fiction world of horror. Early on, players move through the game's decrepit halls and steadily improve their arsenal, perhaps slower than they'd like. As you continue to fight for your survival, the game will ramp up, offering more threatening enemies, shakeups to gameplay, and wild set pieces, all while your armory grows to better match these tense scenarios. Taking action-based roguelikes to outer space, Heat Signature tasks players with breaking into and completing dangerous missions on various different spaceships. With a variety of items and stealth mechanics at their disposal, players can get experimental with how they complete the game's tasks. Acting almost like an immersive sim, as you learn the game's tools, there are so many ways to make the game open up and bend to your imagination. One of the most consistently popular games you can play, Deep Rock Galactic, sees players team up to explore procedurally generated space caverns. Acting as a bit of a hybrid of games like Left 4 Dead and Minecraft, the more familiar players get with their tools and the upgrades the game offers, the more success they'll find in their space-dwarven spelunking sessions. If the harsh environments of outer space are what intrigues you most about the setting, Oxygen Not Included will test your planning and survival skills. As the name suggests, players must face a limited oxygen supply that they'll need to maintain while also managing a colony. Failure is part of the process, and learning from it will eventually lead players to finding success with how they manage their food, water, and other conditions for their space colony. Obsidian Entertainment returned to their history-making first-person RPGs with 2019's The Outer Worlds. Promising the staple humor, solid writing, and RPG mechanics fans came to expect after they put out games like Fallout New Vegas, The Outer Worlds delivered a charming sci-fi RPG on a bit of a smaller scale, encouraging replayability with tons of choice in how the player grows and dictates major decisions. There is a whole lot to uncover from the game's locations to questlines and companions. A fairly hardcore roguelike with a grimdark setting and permadeath, Quasimorph is an incredibly difficult game when players first pick it up. As you play, you'll be able to build up a stash of equipment, similar to the extraction shooter genre. The more you have in your stash, and the greater your pool of equipment to draw from becomes, the easier you'll be able to manage intense encounters that previously one-shot you and stopped your run in its tracks. Cobalt Core sees players journey through outer space with a system built off the foundations of both roguelikes and deck builders. Its stylish presentation and smooth onboarding helps ease players into its world and turn-based tactical battles. With a growing selection of crew members players can enlist as they go, not only does the game become more diverse in strategy as they play, but their choices in crewmate will also help the experience become more expressive. The Ratchet & Clank series has always been packed with colorful, comedic, and wondrous science fiction to get lost in as the iconic duo travels through space. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart delivers another heartfelt adventure across a multitude of planets and an even wider selection of weapons. The arsenal of Ratchet & Clank has always been the main attraction, and as players progress, the game continues to open up new and expressive ways to deal with countless hordes of multidimensional aliens. And those are just some of the best space games that are worth investing your time into. Do you have a favorite example that continued to impress you the more you played? Be sure to let us know, and as always, you can stay tuned to Game Rant for more.